Welcome back, everyone. Toyshiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look. And today we are totally checking out the brand new NECA Toys'. This is the King Features Original Superheroes line. All those old pulp culture comic books, Flash Gordon, Ming the Merciless, the Phantom, they're all here. And they are looking quite spectacular in that fancy new packaging. Ming the Merciless has got some great illustrations. All of these will feature around 33 points of articulation. I just like how it's meant to be roughed up. The box on the back shows all the different cross cells. You get a nice picture of Ming. You get a nice write-up, little bio on the whole Flash Gordon, Ming Merciless situation. You get to see the Defenders of the Earth as well. More figures coming with them. And here's everyone associated with the creation of these figures. So thank you very much for that. And in case you want to search for these, they are starting to hit Walmart stores now. And that's where I picked up mine. And, of course, we have Flash Gordon. Now, again, all the packaging is largely the same. Each one will deal with its own respective character. And if you need Flash Gordon's barcode, here it is. But the one I really wanted, really been looking forward to, is the Phantom. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Billy Zane Phantom movie. I really liked that movie as a kid, and subsequently it got me into the old pulp culture comic books. And the best part about this Phantom, not only the shorts, but he has glow-in-the-dark eyes. Here's the barcode for the Phantom as well. I'm very excited for these. Even though I have the Defenders of the Earth versions already, these are the ones that are really cool in the pulp culture-ness sort of deal. So this is going to be fun. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot pulp culture-y cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new King Features, the original superheroes, Flash Gordon, Ming the Merciless, and the Phantom by NECA Toys. And of course, here's everything taken out of the packaging, and every single one of these characters does come with a number of different accessories, to which I would say you would never really have to buy another one of these. It comes with everything you really need. We'll start it off with Ming the Merciless here, and he's a nice displayable looking action figure, right? Comes with a bevy of extra hands. Each one is painted beautifully. I'll give it to him all day. It's very nice. It's got gold for the rings, and it has this really cool purpley green sickly color for his skin. Very well done. As with the head, this more unhelmeted head for Ming is great. I love his teeth. Overall, they did a fantastic job on this guy. It's very cool. It looks glossy. Very nice. And then you have a blast effect, which will fit onto his blaster. And you have a longer blast zapping effect for the blaster as well. He comes with a sword and a sheath. Nice ornate details all along. Has a real working chain right there. Nice and metal. Slip the sword out. It is painted beautifully. On mine, just a slippage of red paint on one side, but not too big a deal right there. I'll probably scratch this off or just leave it. You just leave it, right? Just sheath it up and stick it on old Ming there. And then you got the blaster. Now, this is cool. It's got a nice pearlescent blue to it. And you got Ming the Merciless in his sickly green costume. It works for the character, don't get me wrong. But it's a funny looking green, right? But yeah, Ming the Merciless looks pretty dang good. He's got weapon storage galore. You can slip the gun in there. You can put the sword right there. Very nice overall in terms of the paint. Some parts, some pins won't exactly match up. You'll see that on Flash Gordon as well. But I'm happy to say that it's almost the same kind of feeling as a Marvel Legends figure. Gone are the really stuck joints from the last one. You know what I'm talking about there. They've really improved upon that. It's got a really nice cape to him as well. Nice cloth goods. But yeah, for the most part, they're all the same articulation. So we'll just use Ming here. You get a nice amount of rotation out of the head. You do get a nice ab crunch out of him. He'll go back. He'll go forward. He'll swivel at the waist. The arms will go all the way up if you need be. You notice how everything's working. I'm not telling you to heat this guy up. I didn't have to heat any of these up. So that does the trick. Double jointed elbows. The wrist right here, unfortunately, because he's got gold paint, yeah, that did fleck off. But that's really the only problem with paint that I had overall when looking at these guys. The legs are good. Nothing at the thigh, like a thigh swivel. But he does have double-jointed knees. If anything, those were kind of stuck in a way. But, I mean, you just move them around. Really nice articulation of the feet, the boots. Again, really well done, and happy to say that these move a whole heck of a lot better than their predecessors. And he's got weapon storage for the gun. You could slip it all the way in there. He's got weapon storage for the sword and the sheath. It just kind of slides in there. And bingo bango, you got yourself a nice looking Ming the Merciless. Everything you would need for a nice, complete Ming the Merciless is there. He holds the weapons beautifully. He's got some really nice hands. Again, really like the unhelmeted head. I like the blaster effects. That's a lot of fun to do that. If anything, if I had to nitpick anything, just an extra set of the gold hands so that he could hold the weapons while in the gold gloves. You know what I mean? But I really like the sword. I like all the details all over it. Again, all the weapons fits. Hey, he just looks like a really cool looking Ming the Merciless. And then you have Flash Gordon. And this is ultimately what I think about with Flash Gordon. Yes, I know the Defenders of the Earth, but I like this costume for Flash Gordon. He comes with the same type of energy blast effect for his blaster. Same thing with the mini blast effect right there. I'll clip right on the gun. I don't and do like this head portrait. I feel like his face is a little bit too scrunched. It's well painted, but I definitely do like the ungambited look for him. And there is no paint on these flesh-colored hands, so you don't have to worry about chippage in that sense. But again, really nice reds, really nice golds overall. You can see the difference in the head sculpts. Again, it looks kind of more squished, but I like the unmasked one, to be quite honest with you. That's what I think about. Even though it works, you know what I'm saying. On the sides, where the pins and everything else meet, you can kind of see where there's missing some gold. That would have been nice to just kind of fill that in because the pins make it all gappy right there. Also, the pins don't match up with the brown boots. That's a thing right there. It's not a huge thing, but it's just a thing. The blaster on Flash Gordon's has a weird where Ming's fit, but then this blaster doesn't. Really? You have to force it in there. The sword and the sheath is nice. The articulation, same exact points, same exact as Ming the Merciless. And again, didn't have to heat this guy up. Moves like jelly, right? It's not no sense that he's loose in the joints, but you get what I'm saying. Because when you want to pose this guy around, when you want to put the weapons in the hands, yeah, everything works pretty dang good, except for when you put the gun in the gun holster. You really got to like fit it in there, and you just don't want to force it too hard or break the gun or anything like that. But again, all the effects, everything from the hands just to look ungambited or not. But in either case, yes, he does look good with both. And when pairing up against Ming the Merciless to do all the different effects and have him blast him, it's just a lot of fun. You can make for a great display on your shelf, and I really do enjoy what they've done here with these two classic characters. Now, that brings us to the Phantom. I've been looking forward to this Phantom. It's because he's got the striped shorts. This is what I think about when I think of the Phantom. Not to say that the Defenders one wasn't as great, but this one is the classic. He's got the guns, he's got the oath skull, he's got the whip. He's just really styling here. He looks pretty dang good. And he does come with a ton of extra hands. The skull rings are painted. The flesh color is just molded plastic. He comes with his skull whip, which is a bendy wire, which surprisingly works really well. I definitely like that. Nice paint overall. You can curl it up if you want. It's a really long Catwoman type whip. And just as a warning, right, when you're cutting this guy out of the box with all the twisty ties, I almost cut this because it's sticking in the back. I wasn't paying attention, so you don't want to cut the whip, right? That's not part of it. You get the oath skull, which does look great. The jaw will open and close. It's got some nice wash on there. Really brings out the details. Could this be an extra head? I'll definitely test that out before this video is over, that's for sure. You got some blast effects for some guns, and you got a really awesome looking Phantom. I am so stoked on this. He's got the belt. It's really just the pop culture Phantom, and it's really the Billy Zane Phantom for me. An unmasked Billy Zane Phantom would have been awesome, just saying, right? She's got the guns really well done there, and they slip right into the holsters on both sides. Got the silver for the skulls. Just hands down, that's just so dang cool. I'm nerding out over this Phantom. Also, he glows in the dark. Check that out. Eyes, not just the eyes, but also the little skull on the belt buckle as well. They didn't advertise it. It was a little special Easter egg right there, but it works really well. Just put them up against the lights for a couple seconds there, but very happy with that. That's a cool little touch to have a little flame glow Ghost Rider action to him. On the skull rings, nicely painted, like I said, really nicely detailed. and he holds his weapons beautifully. Can't say enough nice things. If anything, if you have to get any of the three of these, go for the Phantom. He is just well done. He's iconic. He is just a whole heck of a lot of fun. Plus, you can pair him up with Batman or whatever. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. But yeah, he looks good with the guns. He looks good with the whip. Now he just needs his animal sidekicks. No, I don't want another 3-pack, 2-pack of him with the animals. This is perfect for me. I never need another Phantom after this. And a little bit of weapon storage if you wanted to go this route, kind of wind the whip up and stick it underneath one of the gun holsters. And yeah, it'll tuck in it nicely. Now, if you're wondering about the head skull, right? Just like I was, yes, no, that doesn't really work all too well to make a zombified Phantom. It is the Oath Skull. It is the skull of the killer of the very first Phantom, and every Phantom pledges upon this very skull. So there's a little bit of a Phantom history for you. That is awesome to see. Nice accessory. If you were wondering in terms of pairing them up with the previous releases of, say, the Defenders of the Earth, yeah, a little bit lighter purples to purples and the various changes with the guns and the belts. In terms of Flash Gordon, really big changes in terms of the costume. Again, the Defenders one is cool. I still like it, but I infinitely like this more pulp culture classics comic look for him. Ming the Merciless, I'm going to go with Defenders on this one. Sure enough, the green is great, and he does look good, but that wackadoo costume for the Defenders looks fantastic. And if you were wondering, yes, these are mostly all the reuse of the bodies for the Batman and Superman, Predator, Alien sets that were SDCC exclusives. And yes, these two will stand side by side on my NECA shelf. That is too cool. These are 3 great figures. They're not going to be for everyone, but if you're a fan of obscure, more pulp culture type comics, they're definitely going to be for you. My high hopes is that NECA will make the Shadow and the Lone Ranger eventually. That would be cool, amongst others, but those are my 2 main picks. So that's going to wrap it up for my look at these brand new King features, the original superheroes, Flash Gordon, Ming the Merciless, and of course, the Phantom. Again, like I said, these may not be everyone's cup of tea, but for me, I had to get the Phantom, and then, of course, you see the others, like, oh, okay, I get the whole set, and it's more fun to talk about. But I am really happy with how these came out. They improved the articulation. All the weapons are very functional. There's a couple hiccups with paint here and there on Flash Gordon's belt. The gun doesn't want to go all the way in the holster, but those are minor things. Nothing broke, nothing snapped, and everything looked dang good. So highly recommend if you are after them. And again, I'll just say, if you get any of them, just get the Phantom. That's a nice looking figure right there. But I am curious to know what you guys think about these new figures. Are they for you? Will you be grabbing? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything pop culture comics. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, just hands down, if they could make the Shadow, just the Shadow, that would be awesome. And go watch the Alec Baldwin movie. See, I like all those old movies and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, those are fun when they did those back in the day. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. And the Lone Ranger 2.